Thank you. Thank you. All right. My dad is dead. No worries. No worries. There's no need for sympathy. He died when I was 26, which was a long time ago. All the grief and death-related emotions are long gone now. I'm fine, really. I think. Maybe. He's dead at any rate, and that's undeniable. I was 26. I didn't really know my parents as people. I didn't really even understand that I didn't know my parents as people and that I could know my parents as people. The summer before I went to grad school, the summer right before my father died, we went out every so often for lunch or dinner, my dad and I. I was working at a local Italian restaurant called Joe and Mima's that wasn't great. It didn't pay well. The job simply serving to show my parents that I was doing my part to earn my keep. My dad worked at the Continuous Electron Beam Accelerator facility as a manager, a person who manages people. He was apparently a people person, someone who people liked, who could easily talk to strangers, who inspired confidence, who was a leader, either naturally or through, in his later years, hard work and learned empathy. I look like my dad. Everyone has told me this all my life. I suppose I look the way he did as an adult. My brother looks more the way he did when he was younger. I don't act like him, though. I'm not a leader. I don't light up a room. I am a hermit crab, peering from my shell until it's safe to come out. At some parties, I will talk it up with strangers, but these parties are ones where no one knows anyone. Beginnings of the school year gatherings or new employee socials. So over that summer before grad school and my dad's death, my dad and I would get lunch at least once a week. On the rides, we'd take together to Uno's Pizzeria or the Outback Steakhouse. I would think of asking my dad questions, the kind of questions that allow you to really know someone, like, how was your time in Vietnam? Do you remember killing anyone? You know, those normal kinds of questions. But I didn't ask any questions like that, or if I did, I don't remember the answers. I'm currently obsessed with these kinds of big questions. I believe they might unlock friendships which have gone stale, bring that friend and I to another level of intimacy, and make me secure in the belief that I know someone, like really know them. I can't stop thinking about these questions and their possible and as yet unknowable answers, even as I realize whatever answers these kinds of questions could provide are probably, no, definitely, less important than simply being with someone, doing things with them, understanding them through the way they interact with and treat other people. My dad's dead. Some of my dad's friends talk about my dead dad in ways I don't recognize, but they expect me to nod my head in agreement. They've seen sides of him I never will. Praise him to high heavens. Say he changed their life with a single sentence. For example, when he was attending the Air Force Academy, he saw a student bully one of the incoming freshmen, a long-standing tradition of hazing which had been upheld by generations. My dad asked the bully, "Did that make you feel good?" That was it. Just that single question. And that guy never forgot that question, the embarrassment of being caught out as a bully. He patterned the rest of his life on that moment, trying to erase the stain of it and struggling to live up to the ideal image he'd created in his head of my father. My mom said my dad and I were too much alike. My mom and my brother are too much alike too, and that shows itself in frustration more often than not. With my dad and I, there was frustration too. He wanted me to listen to him. He wanted me to obey him. I suppose like that bully he shamed at the Air Force Academy. I can't remember what I did that pissed him off, but I distinctly remember my dad asking me to promise I'd never do that thing I did again. I'll try, I said. You'll try? This is when he got angry. I want you to tell me you won't do it again. I'll try, I said again. But I don't know what I'm going to do in the future. How can I say I won't do something when I can't say for certain I won't do it? Who knows what future me is going to do? This didn't satisfy my father. Outside of whatever forgotten questions I asked him and the answers to those questions that I've also surely forgotten, that's probably the most existential conversation we ever had. I didn't ask my dad the questions I wanted to ask him. This meant my dad and I didn't share information. We didn't share our lives. We didn't share intimacy. We did share one thing, however, and that thing was silence. To be fair, my dad didn't ask me questions either. And he can't now because he's dead. So joke's on him.